This is the OECS Newslink, a roundup of major news happening across the OECS today. In the headlines, the OECS and Caribbean Biodiversity Fund strengthen Dominica's seamoss sector. The REMA project, set to restore mangroves throughout the OECS, is officially launched. CARPHA and the OECS Commission reaffirm their strategic partnership to strengthen regional public health. Good day, viewers, and welcome to this edition of the OECS Newslink, where we bring you the stories shaping our region. I am Jacques Hinkson Compton. Thank you for joining us. Let's get right into it. In our first story, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission, in collaboration with the Caribbean Biodiversity Fund, has concluded a 3-day training workshop aimed at strengthening Dominica's seamoss industry and positioning it as a key driver of the blue economy. Held from April 14 to 16 in Roseau, the workshop focused on improving production standards, food safety practices, and business management skills among local seamoss farmers. The initiative forms part of the Caribbean Regional Architecture for Biodiversity project, supported by international partners. Participants were trained in critical areas such as hazard analysis and critical control point systems and sanitation standards required to access high-value export markets. Sessions also equipped farmers with tools to better understand production costs and operate more sustainable businesses. The training aligns with Dominica's national development goals, including efforts to boost agro-processing, strengthen its Nature Island brand, and increase economic resilience through the blue and green economy. Officer in charge of the OECS Economic Development Unit, Natasha de Turville-Moise, notes the workshop is an implementation of the OECS Food and Agricultural Systems Transformation, or FAST strategy.
We are shifting from planning to purposeful delivery, ensuring our farmers treat seamoss production as a sustainable business.
Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture in Dominica, the Honorable Julian Defoe, also underscored the sector's importance in creating opportunities, particularly for youth and women.
This sector holds tremendous promise. It is not only an avenue for income generation, but also a strategic opportunity to diversify our economy, strengthen climate resilience, and create a new pathways for youth and women in particular. seamoss is a natural fit for our blue and green economy agenda.
The workshop concluded with a field visit, allowing participants to apply their training in real-world conditions. Organizers say the initiative represents a shift from planning to purposeful delivery, ensuring seamoss farming is treated as a viable and sustainable business. For the full story, please head to our press room section at oecs.int. Turning now to our second story. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission and the Caribbean Public Health Agency have reaffirmed their strategic partnership to strengthen public health systems across the Eastern Caribbean. During a high-level meeting held on March 5, 2026, both organizations agreed to work to accelerate joint action in health security, pharmaceutical services, and overall health systems resilience in the region. Key discussions focused on renewing a critical agreement under CARPHA's Tourism and Health Program, which supports disease surveillance, food safety, and environmental health standards within the tourism sector, an essential pillar of OECS economies. The meeting also reviewed ongoing collaboration to ensure the availability of safe and effective medicines across member states, with both parties exploring ways to strengthen regional pharmaceutical systems and health security capacity. Both organizations emphasized the importance of deeper collaboration with regional and international partners to address emerging health challenges, including non-communicable diseases, climate-related risks, and emergency preparedness. The engagement also highlighted an upcoming regional health security meeting in June, where joint initiatives are expected to be advanced as part of a coordinated Caribbean response to public health threats. Officials say the strengthened partnership represents a critical step toward building more resilient health systems and safeguarding the well-being of people across the Caribbean. Again, for the full story, please head to our press room section at oecs.int. In our third story, The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States has officially launched a major new initiative aimed at strengthening climate resilience and protecting coastal ecosystems across the region. The Resilient Ecosystems through Mangrove Restoration Project, known as REMAR, was launched on April 11 in partnership with Agence Française de Développement and the French Facility for Global Environment. Valued at 5.5 million euros, the 5-year project will support mangrove restoration and sustainable ecosystem management in Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Martinique, and Guadeloupe. Mangroves play a critical role in protecting coastlines from erosion and storm surges, supporting fisheries, improving water quality, and capturing carbon. However, these ecosystems continue to face growing threats from climate change, extreme weather, and human activity. The project will focus on community-based restoration, strengthening scientific research and data sharing, and building institutional capacity for long-term ecosystem management. At the regional level, the OECS Commission will coordinate implementation and knowledge exchange, while local communities will lead restoration efforts based on their specific environmental and economic needs. Officials say the initiative is expected to deliver lasting environmental and economic benefits, while reinforcing regional cooperation and advancing nature-based solutions to climate challenges. In our final story, we recognize Earth Day 2026. The OECS, in partnership with St. Lucia's Department of Fisheries, installed beach signs encouraging the public to report sea turtle activity across St. Lucia. Take a look at this short video from the Biospace Project.
Happy Earth Day, St. Lucia. What's done to nature is done to us all. And today, Earth Day, we're installing some more signs at various beaches across the island. And we want to encourage the public to report any sea turtle nesting activity. The sign helps to place those reports, and you can use the QR code, scan the code, and ensure that you get onto the platform to make those reports. It can be baby turtles, it can be a turtle track, it can be an actual turtle that you've observed nesting along any beach. Any report, any activity can help us to make future decisions to protect our sea turtles.
The EU-funded Biospace project continues to work with countries throughout the OECS to build capacity to manage and conserve coastal and marine resources. Please do your part. If you see any turtle activities, use the code, call the number, and report it. We can all do our part to protect nature.
The signs are visible for everyone to see. We as rangers are going to enforce the sign here that is presented to the public. So if you see any turtle activities on any beach, you could also reach out to the number here and the email also.
We're awaiting your information. What's done to nature is done to us all.
Happy Earth Day from the OECS Commission. Our power, our planet.
Biospace is working to conserve marine and coastal biodiversity across the OECS region through several other project activities. And this brings us to the end of this edition of the OECS Newslink. For more updates and stories, visit our website at www.oecs.int and follow us on our social media pages. Thanks for joining us today.